All right, guys, I'm getting ready to move the sheep. Thought I'd give you a little update on them so you can see how they're looking. They're doing well, so they're ready to move. It has been scorching hot the last 2 days. We had the 2 hottest days of the year here just recently, and it looks like we might finally get a bit of a storm here this evening and some rain tomorrow and even through the week, which we are way overdue. The grass is not growing the way I want it to. This is the next paddock that they're going into, and this is where they were at over the course of the last 6 days in these 3 here, and they're getting ready to come into here, and we're moving back out again. But unfortunately, the year I decide to start raising sheep, we're having a major drought. Go figure. But nonetheless, we're making it through. I hear thunder, so that's great. Get some rain going. I'm gonna get these guys moved, and let's just check them out. They're really shedding their coats, as you can see. This one here is awful. She's awful nappy. This one's Daisy. That's what Haley named her. And she's shedding all this off. Okay, so it's not always blue skies and smooth sailing with raising pigs. As you can tell, one black pig, the one male, he is not growing like the rest of them. And I've been watching him closely, and he has had diarrhea. So we had a friend come over yesterday, and she ended up giving him some medicine, treating him for some worms. Didn't have any issues with our pigs that we had done last year, but I guess it was beginner's luck. So we got our first taste of an animal that has some kind of illness, but we're pretty confident that he's gonna straighten out and be all right. He eats very well, but he's just not packing on the pounds like the rest of them. And the thing is, I think he was the largest pig before. I get the 2 black ones mixed up, but I think he was that 5th piglet that we had picked up, and the 2 of them got to be the same size, and then I kind of lost track that he wasn't growing, and I really paid attention. Like I say, I noticed the diarrhea, so I called her, and hopefully we're going to have him straightened out. I got to watch him over the course of the next few days and see how his stool goes and make sure that it turns back to normal. But got high hopes for him. So I'll take a minute, walk you out through the pasture, show you its condition. Notice, if you can tell, the bees, the hive on the right, the bees are bearding from all the heat. They've been doing, well, that hive has been doing it for a while now. The hive on the other side, not so much. It was queenless for a while. The one on the left, I got a little concerned. But they superseded the queen. She's back up and laying, everything's good. We actually got to harvest a little bit of honey off the hives there a couple weeks ago. That was a lot of fun. My daughter got a kick out of that, and it was very rewarding getting some of that. But so here we are out ahead of the sheep. And of course, this is where they're going to be in 2 days since I just moved them. But with the lack of rain, I'm really starting to get concerned as we move on out here. You know, I know it's further away, but of course this ground has had less time to rest. Of course, even more so on the right. This is the way they came back through. But it'll be a while before they're up here again, at least another month and a half. But I need this rain to get this forage growing. I said there's just not a whole lot here like there was before. It's got me a little nervous. So hopefully this rain comes and we get some growing time on this lower end of the pasture here. I'm considering, as I come on out here, going ahead and utilizing that upper end there and going ahead and running them through there to buy some more time before we come back down through. So I don't know, we'll see how it goes. A little bit at a time, and trying to make good decision as we get further out here. All right, guys, as you can tell, it's now the next morning. We're getting some more rain, which is fantastic. I'm heading to Clear Spring down to Ernst Grain. I need to pick up some more hog feed. I initially just bought 600 pounds to get me going, and we're just about out. So I'm headed there to go buy another ton of it. You get a better deal if you buy it by the ton. So I'm gonna hit the road and, like I say, get some of this stuff purchased. And thank the Lord, we've got rain coming, and hopefully it's gonna help out our super dry pastures.
You have arrived.
All right, guys, I just got loaded up. I have a ton of hog grower in the bed of the truck and 300 pounds of chick starter. I have 125 Cornish Cross coming this coming week. Today's Saturday. I got to pick them up, I believe, on Thursday, and we're gonna do another batch of birds for customers. So just spent $700 in feed here between the little bit of chick starter and then the hog grower. Price of everything is up now compared to the spring. So we'll see how it goes. I'm just glad to have it loaded up and headed for home. Slow down, guys. Of course, this is the last bag of the previous batch. We'll pull it down, so we use it up first, of course. Okay, guys, so that is what 40 bags or 1 ton of hog feed looks like stacked on one of these shelves. I still have 300 pounds of chicken starter I got to get unloaded on top of the 1,000 pounds that we already picked up from another source this morning. So we've got some here, bag. One of these drums has about 300 pounds in it. So we're all stashed up on feed and ready to keep taking care of these animals. All right, so the pigs have learned that there's something new here. I finally decided to set up their hog nipple system. We've been using this self-waterer over here the entire time, and it's okay, but it's more of a pain with having to clean it out. They're constantly getting it full of mud, you know, off of their snouts, so you're constantly cleaning it out, and it's just not working. It's got to be mounted solid, because otherwise the pigs will flip it over. So the only way to like really get and clean it is to unscrew the thing off of there, get it flipped over where you can clean it out well, and then remount it, and that's just a pain in the butt. So I finally decided to set this hog nipple system back up that I used last year, just using a 55-gallon drum, and comes down here to one of these little bite nipples here. So they're seeing this for the first time, and it doesn't take them any time at all to learn what it is. But so, and then I can put a little bit of apple cider vinegar in their water with them as a little bit of health, you know, benefits. So we're going to start running this, and it looks like that nipple there might have a small leak to it. I might have to change it out here in the not too distant future, but I don't know. I think overall it's going to be a much better system for pigs than this self-watering trough here. Hopefully I can find another use for it around the property. My little guy here still has a bit of diarrhea, so it looks like he's going to be getting another dose of medicine here today. But like I said, he's still eating well. Everybody eats well. They're getting 8 scoops of food a day, and a level scoop for me, I've weighed it out, is roughly a pound. So they're eating, well, not a day. They're getting 8 scoops every feeding. So these 5 pigs are then eating 16 pounds a day. If you guys want to have an idea of what their consumption is at this size, of course. And the way I'm kind of gauging that it's enough feed for them is if they walk away from the trough and there's still food in there, they're doing all right. I don't want to leave a mess of food in there for them, for it to dry out and just kind of get nasty. So then later on this afternoon, I'll come out, same amount again. And whenever I start noticing them consuming it all faster, then I'll start stepping up the amount of feed that I give them at each feeding. Hey, pig. Oh, yeah.